just leaves a chill crawling up your spine, a feeling of beautiful, lingering dread that sticks with you long after you've put the book down? Yeah, that's the shadow of the Gothic. It's way more than just, spooky words. It's a specific recipe, a carefully built atmosphere that's designed to get under our skin. It's a feeling. So, what is that feeling, really? It's this, right here, that moment of staring into the unknown, where doubt and fear get all mixed up with this strange sense of wonder. This one line, it's like the perfect doorway into the world we're about to explore. All right, so let's actually take this feeling apart, this gloom. We're going to break down the very DNA of Gothic poetry and figure out the core components these poets use to build such a powerful and, well, an enduring sense of unease. And to help us out, we've got 3 absolute classics as our guides. We'll look at a haunting piece from Shelley that chills the very landscape, a tragic ballad from Keats about a pretty fatal encounter, and of course, the masterpiece of psychological dread from Poe. And when you put them together, you start to see the formula. Okay, so first things first, the foundation. The number one most essential ingredient for any Gothic story is the setting. And we're not talking about just any old backdrop here. The world itself, it's gotta be kind of sick. It's a landscape that feels like a spiritual winter. Think of it like a stage that's just perfectly set for a tragedy, where nature isn't there to help you, it's hostile, or maybe even worse, it's just dead. Just look at how Shelley pulls this off. See, the earth isn't just resting, it's slept below. It's cold, it's passive. The hedge isn't just bare for the winter, it's black. There's absolutely no life here, just this chilling, frozen stillness. And Keats does the same thing, echoing that same decay, giving us this image of withered plants. But then he adds this other layer that's just, wow, 2 simple but devastating words. No birds sing. It's not just what you see, it's what you can't hear. That silence is just as terrifying as the visual decay. And then Poe just brings it all home. It's not just winter, it's bleak December. And get this, even the fire, which is usually a symbol of warmth and life, is made of dying embers that are casting ghosts on the floor. So the decay isn't just happening out there anymore, it's literally seeped inside. And here's the kicker. The world is already broken before our story even gets started. All right, so you've got your dead landscape, so what's next? You need something to just shatter that silence. You need a visitor, but not a human one. You need something else. And these visitors, they tend to show up in a couple of different ways. On one hand, you've got Keats's Fairy's Child. She's enchanting, beautiful, but her eyes are wild. She's a seductive, mysterious kind of horror. But on the other hand, you've got Poe's Raven. It's ghastly and ominous, a blunt instrument of pure dread. So one is this beautiful nightmare that seduces you into madness, and the other, it's just a straight-up messenger of doom, knocking right on your door. Okay, so we've got the dead landscape, we've got the supernatural visitor, but here's the real secret sauce, right? This is the thing that makes Gothic poetry so unbelievably terrifying. It's never really about what's out there in the dark. It's about what's going on in here. See, that gloomy setting, that spooky visitor, they're just triggers. They are the external pressures that get applied to the human mind just to see where it cracks. The real horror story is what happens when the human mind starts to unravel, that journey into personal darkness. And Poe's The Raven is like the perfect roadmap for this kind of breakdown. The narrator doesn't start off crazy. He starts in sorrow. Then the raven shows up, and that sparks his curiosity. But that curiosity twists into this desperate, fragile hope. He starts pleading with the bird, asking if he'll ever find peace, if he'll ever see his lost love again. And with every single nevermore, that hope is just systematically destroyed until there's nothing left but permanent despair. I mean, he's basically torturing himself. So Poe shows us the whole thing happening step by step. But Keats, he just shows us the wreckage afterwards. His poem starts with the night already broken. He's haggard and so woe-begone, a walking ghost stuck in a dead world. His mind has become just as dead and empty as the landscape all around him. All right, let's put all the pieces together. A desolate world, a supernatural intruder, and a mind that's just collapsing under the weight of it all. What do we get when we mix it all up? Well, it gives us a formula. It's basically a blueprint for dread. You start with a setting to set the mood, You bring in something unnatural to shake things up, and then you zoom the camera right in on the psychological fallout. And the result? It's not about a cheap jump scare. It's that slow, creeping shiver, that feeling that just sticks with you. And honestly, that is the most important thing to remember here. Gothic poetry isn't trying to make you jump. It's all about leaving this emotional stain, right? A shadow you can't just brush off. It wants to crawl under your skin and just stay there. I mean, Poe basically spells it out for us in the very last lines of the poem. The narrator's soul isn't just sad anymore, it is trapped inside the shadow that the raven is casting. It's a final, permanent, eternal state of despair. You see, the shadow isn't just a thing on the floor anymore, it's inside his soul, and he's never, ever getting out. So, the next time you read something that leaves you with that beautiful, sad feeling, now you'll know why. It's not just a story, it's a machine, carefully designed to create a shadow. And it kind of makes you think, right? What are the shadows that these stories leave behind in all of us?